Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. On today's video, I will be recapping what we just had in the Clash of Events Clash Cup. Resistance has 2 teams participating in the event, and there is a total of 64 teams. One of our teams is on the Malabon Demigods, and they face Lubot War Team Esports, taking the victory 12-11 and moving to the next round against Nova. Our other team is under Clashing 4 Days, and we face Darkest Muzhan in the round of 64, and we could face Blaze JP in the round of 32 if we win this war. Before we go into the war, and if you like this type of content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's go into our war against Darkest Muzhan. Okay, so we've got Darkest Muzhan attacking first. They're going against Nico. He's bringing an all-hog attack with the queen charge. So he has his queen at 3 o'clock. He's gonna want her to walk inside towards the town hall. The baby drag already created a funnel around the 4 o'clock area, and a bit of the CC came out. 2 ice golems and a few archers. The poison will get rid of it. Still has 2 rages. The queen is just about him, puts the rage now that she's going to be facing the king, puts an ice golem and the king, and the king is going to be able to get rid of the RC and the queen with his ability, and that's also going to create that little funnel for the queen to go inside the corridor to be able to get into the town hall. So the king is still alive and creating a bit more, getting rid of some of the garbage there. The queen is finally at the town hall, so he's going to be bringing all of his hogs around the 5 o'clock area and go all the way in towards the eagle and the scattered compartment. Push the RC on the outside just to make sure that the hogs stay center and they don't start diverging to the outside. The queen uses her ability. The hogs reach the eagle and the scatter shot is hitting them, but they're under a hill at the moment, and they all path towards the scatter shot. Uses the freeze to freeze a double expo and whiz tower. Scatter shot went down. He still has plenty of hogs. The last inferno tower is going down. The RC is still alive. And now it's just that Tesla farm at 11, but this looks crushed. So the first attack looks like a 3-star against Nico. Still has a few hogs. 39 seconds. He's got a whiz around 7, just getting rid of those buildings that would have caused a headache. Puts the last loon down just to help with the cleanup. And yeah, it looks like a 3-star. So now let's go to our first attack. Is Benji going against Kartek. He's coming in with the hybrid. He's got a couple of wall breakers. So he sent his plane, but he want to get rid of that inferno. However, the Yetis don't get rid of it just yet, but the Yeti must do get rid of it. Now he creates a funnel at 9 so that the queen can start walking towards 12. He wants her to go in to that compartment where the scatter shot is. That way she can go in, get rid of the scatter shot, get rid of the town hall, and continue walking in the inside. Puts the king down to try to funnel her inside. Needs to use the ability. He's taking too long to use the ability, so the queen might walk. It all depends. Sends the first super wall breaker. The queen just keeps walking, targets the enemy queen, and then is going to target some of the CC that came out, and the skellies. The warden statue is just hitting her, so he's going to have to keep her rage unless the warden tower goes down. So brings the baby dragon down now, trying to bring her in. However, now the scatter shot was hitting the healers. Brings the second wall breaker in. The town hall doesn't kill his healers, but the scatter shot is killing them very quickly. He still has the queen ability. The eagle is on the queen, and a scatter shot as well, and the CC comes out and she's gone. So puts the poison down. It's a lava and the archers are dead. But now he brings his hybrid in. He doesn't have anything to funnel the 3 o'clock area, so they're just going to be spreading. This is not going the way that he planned. This is the warden ability, 40%. Now he's just trying to save the 2-star. Puts the freeze on the eagle and the expos. Most of the hybrid is gone. The RC popped the lava hound, so she's gonna be stuck on the pups. He's got the 54%, so at least we've got the 2-star there. A couple of miners are on the outside, getting a little bit more percentage. The single inferno doesn't kill the RC, so she's gonna be able to get rid of it. But that's the end of her. And Benji finishes with 64%, 2-star. Now we've got Kartik coming in against Benji. He's bringing the Yeti Bobat, so he starts with his wooden walk around 10. Now what he wants to do is do his wooden walk at 10, then funnel with something around the 8 o'clock area, and then that way he can bring his Yeti Smash directly into that single inferno compartment and bring the blimp from behind. That way the sweeper is not facing the blimp and it can get to the town hall. So he continues with his warden walk, 30 seconds. Now he puts his king on the other side of the funnel. He's got 2 super wall breakers, uses the first one into that single inferno compartment, brings his main army in with the Yetis, the ballers, the queen. Couple of cockaloons to make sure they don't hit the blimp or the healers. Now he puts the rage down, uses the warden ability that saves the king from dying from the single inferno. The blimp picks 3 black mines and a red mine, but he manages to get to the town hall. And under rage, the Yetis and the sneaky goblins, I think it was, get rid of the town hall. Now splash damage left is only that scatter shot, which is going to be taken care of by the main army, and then 3 whiz towers. So he freezes the first whiz tower, uses the RC to tank the second, and he still has 2 freeze left. There's 2 rare expos, but one of them is stuck on the RC. The baby dragon is tanking the whiz tower, but he ends up freezing it. Uses his last freeze on the whiz tower, and that is just the Tesla farm up north. However, there's a couple of Yetis up there with the warden. They might be tanking the queen and the Teslas. The bats are moving their way to the north. They got rid of the enemy queen. Now the Yetis are trying to get rid of the enemy king. There's only an Archer tower and a Tesla left. These bats are gonna go through it. Now there's a few storages left and 37 seconds for the attack to finish. He does have a bit of cleanup to the south, so they're gonna be getting rid of those buildings, and the warden at full health is going to be helping the bats getting rid of the buildings up north. So this is another 3-star by them. So they've got 2 3-stars to 1 2-star. So at the moment they're winning 6-2. Rough start for us. And he finishes. Nicely done. So now we've got our second attack by Nico coming in with the E-Drags. So he's planning on funneling 12 o'clock and 9 o'clock with an E-Drag each, and then bringing his main army all the way into the town hall. So puts a baby drag at 8:30 just to help with the funneling. He's got 4 rages and 4 freezes. So let's see, he's going against the sweeper to go to the town hall. He puts his all of his army in with the slammer and the warden. It's the first rage. Freezes the sweeper and the town hall. Town hall still not activated. Now it's going to be activated by the E-Drags. Uses his second freeze on the sweeper and the town hall. Warden ability perfectly healing every troop there. Puts the poison down for the archers from the CC, puts the next rage in the middle of the base. His heroes started around at 2 o'clock, just creating a bit of a funnel as well. He manages to keep his E-Drags in the center. There's one E-Drag left hitting the enemy queen and now hitting the eagle. He still has his RC to be deployed. So he sends her at 6. Good thing is that that's a multi-inferno, so she's gonna be able to get through these defenses, gets the archer tower. Now she's gonna go towards the inferno, uses the RC ability that gets rid of everything except for that Tesla up top, but she's gonna be running towards it now. And king and queen are getting rid of the other buildings down south. The skellies don't catch up to the RC, and this is gonna be a 3-star for us. So score at the moment 6-5, so we're just trailing by 1, 3-star. The third attack now against me, so let's see what they're coming with. It's an interesting army, 14 loons, 10 hawks. It's kind of a hybrid of the hybrids, ground and air. So he puts his queen down and the king at south. What is he trying to do? So he's gonna be trying to, he's got a super wall breaker, so he's gonna be trying to go into that compartment so that the queen can go towards the expos, the scatter shots, the enemy queen. Pretty good value if he can keep his queen alive. Uses the RC just to make sure she stays there, triggers the tornado trap. The CC comes out, is a few archers and 2 ice golems, uses a freeze for the scatter shot, uses another rage for the queen. He only has 1 rage left, he has 3 freezes. His healers got hit by the eagle, so they're on very little health. Scatter shot keeps hitting the queen. The eagle ends up killing all of her healers, and she goes down, the queen goes down, and we still have 1 scatter and the queen still at full health. He sends his blimp in. Super is gonna push it back. A black man hits it, but manages to get into the town hall, and with the sneaky goblins he gets rid of the town hall. Uses the lava tank for his loons, so he's got the loon part of his attack on the west, and now he puts an ice golem to the east with his hogs, so he's got the air on the left and the ground on the right. This is the one ability. The sweeper is still up, and the scatter shot as well, so keeps getting pushed back, and the scatter shot is going to get rid of all those loons. The hogs died very quickly. My queen is still alive, so she's going to be able to get rid of some of these loons, and this looks like a first defense against Muzhan. So just a few minions and the warden left. It ends up being 67% 2-star. Now this is my attack. Didn't go as planned. I was planning on putting the warden at 3 to create a bit of a funnel, then sending the king around 1 to move towards 12 and create the other side of the funnel. I was going to put a jump and then earthquake in the middle and send the yetis in, putting the blimp from behind, going to the town hall. At least that was the plan. However, as you will see, I kind of misplaced my earthquakes by 1 section of the wall. So king is doing the funnel, the warden is creating the funnel, getting rid of the Tesla farm, which is really good. I put the jump down there just to prepare. Send my yetis, my bowlers, and my queen. I send the loon to get rid of that mortar. I send my blimp. I can use the warden ability, and as you can see, I earthquake the wrong compartment, which is going to cause my troops to stay in that corridor, and they're either going to jump back and move around, or they're going to be moving towards the town hall, but I wanted them to move south towards the expos and scatter shots and eagle. Because of that mistake, I think all of my troops just walked everywhere, and this is going to end up being a 2-star. Use the queen ability. RC brought her from the north. I'm just trying to get as much percentage as I can. But with the eagle and the scattershot still up, it's not possible to get a 3-star here. Yeah, next time just place a better earthquake. So 2-star, 77% for me. So that's keeping us at 8-7 is the score. So Chin now comes in against Top Gun Warrior. He's coming in with Sui Hero Lalo. So he puts Yeti to create the funnel, the king moving towards 6 with the queen and a nice golem. He has normal wall breakers, so he's going to be wall breaking into that single inferno compartment, or at least that's the plan. The ice golem is going through the corridor with the king. Wall breaks the compartment, so the queen is going to be able to get rid of the air defense, and now she's going to be able to get rid of the single inferno. And all the CC comes out. It's a trillion archers and a few sneaky goblins. King goes down. The CC is still up, uses the poison. The sneaky goblins are damaging the queen. So manages to get rid of the archers, but very little health, and she can't get rid of the town hall. So his plan was to sue the queen for the town hall. Thanks for that, CC. That did not happen. So now he's sending a Kokoloon just to test. He's gonna have to send his Lamet towards the town hall just to make sure he gets his 2 stars, and he starts his Lalo. Troll Tesla pops at 9, so he draws quite a few of his loons, damaging a bit of his path. However, now they're all converging into the 9 o'clock area. Puts the first haste down. He's got a couple of skelly spells. He still has a couple of hastes. Uses the warning ability, uses one of the skelly spells for the RC. But the RC jumped the wall, so it didn't work. Now he puts the next rage and the skelly spell with the freeze for the enemy queen. But there's a couple of scatter shots there that with the queen are gonna get rid of the skelly spells very quickly. The loons managed to get rid of one of the scatter shots, but the other scatter shot kills the other loons, and now he's just trying to get as much percentage as he can with his minions and a couple of the last loons. And this is going to be another hold, another 2-star from Top Gun Warrior against Chin. And it's going to be an 85% 2-star. Now we've got Starvey coming in. So Starvey is coming with the hybrid. So this is our 4th attack. So if we get a 3-star here, we will be tied on stars. However, if we get a 2-star, we'll be behind by 1 star. So the queen is coming in, uses baby drag to funnel one side of the queen charge, and the king on the other side to funnel the other side. He's also going to be able to get rid of the RC with his king. Uses the first super wall breaker to break her into that compartment. Hopefully she goes in and she can get rid of the town hall herself. Uses another Kokoloon and sends his next super wall breaker, but it dies. Town hall goes down. Now she's getting rid of the cannon and the expo. I think he wanted that super wall breaker to open the town hall compartment so that she can go in and get rid of that scatter shot, but now she's getting through that wall compartment. She puts the siege barracks down at 2 and sends the hybrid from 12. So the hybrid is coming in all the way down. The CC comes out. His archers and Lava Hound. Queen is going to be getting rid of that. If he manages to keep the queen alive, she's going to be able to go down and get rid of the scattershot and the expo. In the meantime, he uses his warning ability.
the Hawks from the siege barracks are about to come out. They're going to be helping for the main troops to remain within the center of the base. And now they're going to be aiding the RC, which is targeted by the Eagle. The Queen is still alive with a little bit of health, but now that the defensive side gone, she's going to be able to start getting her heal back up. Hybrid's still going strong. He's got quite a few Hawks there, which are going to be able to tank that single inferno for the RC. He doesn't have any ability left, but he still has a few Hawks left. The RC is 3/4 of health. The Warden as well, and the Queen is now fully recharged. And this is looking like a 3-star. 56 minutes left. He's got the P.E.K.K.A. and the Whiz on the outside, getting rid of those buildings. And this is a 3-star. With this 3-star, we are tied now on stars, 10-10. And Muzhan is just winning by 2% at the moment. So the final attacks were at the same time. So I'll show you their attack, and then I'll show you Top Gun's attack at the end and see how we went. So here's Muzhan coming in. So Shek 2 going against Tavi. He got the 3-star, so let's see if he can get a hold as well. If we manage to hold a 2-star here and we 3-star our attack, then we win. Otherwise, if we both 2-star, it's gonna be a percentage game. If we both 3-stars, then Muzhan goes through. So he puts his super wall breaker, brings the Queen in. She's gonna be able to get rid of the 9 o'clock compartment, and now she goes into the tank hall. Getting rid of the Expo. He's got another super wall breaker, so we'll see where he sends it. So he sends us another super wall breaker there at 7 o'clock. That's going to allow the Queen to walk back out and keep building that funnel. So she just got rid of that entire section. So now he's putting his King and the siege barracks around 11:30 and sending his hybrid all the way into the middle compartment. I'm guessing he wants his hybrid to keep going all the way into the center towards the scatter shots and Eagle. The CC comes out, it's a lot of archers, and the Lava Hound uses the Warden ability, puts poison down for the archers, and they keep going in. The RC is going to be getting stuck on the lava. It pops, and now she's going to be getting rid of all the pups. His hybrid, all of the Hogs are dead. Now he just has a few miners left, but they're all gone from the center. There's another few Hogs from the siege barracks up north there against the multi-inferno with the King and a lot of the Barbs and the P.E.K.K.A. The Eagle is being taken care of by the RC. So he still has his RC ability. He wants to get rid of that single inferno, uses the RC ability. The single inferno doesn't go down. He's standing by a little bit of health and manages to get rid of the RC. This is going to be GG. If that RC had gotten rid of the inferno, I think maybe this could have been a 3-star. But it's looking like a hold. 14 seconds left. And it is a 2-star, 91%. So if Top Gun Warrior gets the 3-star on this last attack, Resistance wins this match. So let's have a look at the replay of his attack. So he's coming in with a Yeti smash and 1 jump. I believe probably this player forgot to set his base, or it is a very weird looking base. Uses a super wall breaker around 5:30 for the siege barracks. He's using his Warden at 3 o'clock to create one side of the funnel, uses the siege barracks on the other side to create the other side of the funnel, uses another super wall breaker around 4 for his Yetis. so that they all go in towards the center of the base. Hogs come out, are going to be helping create even bigger funnel, puts the jump in so that everyone goes in, freezes the scattershot and the inferno. The CC comes out, is lava hound and a few archers. He has a few witches on the outside as well, creating a bit more funnel. His RC is going against the enemy RC. Still has the ability, uses the ability. He's just pretty much just trying to overwhelm this base. He still has his queen ability. The queen is on the outside, which is good. At least that way she's not going to be getting stuck on that lava from the CC. There's still two single infernos. His king and Yetis are still going around. Uses the queen ability. The last single inferno goes down. There's still a Yeti, the warden. There's still a few healers, the witch. And not many defenses left. 20 seconds left on the raid. The warden is helping tank that Wiz tower. And this is a 3-star. And with this 3-star, I think we've got the win. Let's have a look. So yeah, we've got the win, 13-12 over Muzhan. We had three stars against their 2 stars, 88.2% to the 88.6%. So they had us on percentage, but we managed to win. Here are the teams with their percentages, very nicely done by Resistance. And now we're going to be moving towards the round of 32. So Blaze JP also beat Hammer Joker 11-11, so we're going to be facing Blaze JP tomorrow. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more clashing. Thank you.